You're watching RHN. We are Orlando. Would you believe me if I told you that today all the museums on the Fifth Avenue Museum Mile stretch have free admission? Well, most times of the year that isn't true, but this time, this fateful day in June every year, the Museum Mile dominates this iconic Fifth Avenue stretch, separating Upper Manhattan, the Upper East Side, from Central Park. And today, RHN Special Report with Neillan Baptiste, reporting, of course, journeys to that place. That's right here, right now, on RHN Special Report with Reno Horton. Hello everyone. Hello everyone. My name is Reno Horton, and welcome to another episode of RHN Special Report. Today, well, actually, before we go on to our main story, we'd like to just say condolences. Well, if it's been a very pretentious week today. First of all, we'd like to give remembrance to Muhammad Ali. He, one of the greatest boxing legends of all time, the greatest the sport's ever seen, apparently died last week at the age of 74 from Parkinson's disease, which the medical examiner said was caused in part by large blows to the head during his famous career. Our condolences are with the Ali family, and hopefully, Muhammad Ali, if you're up there watching us right now, I'd like to refer to the famous words your daughter said. Fly, butterfly, fly. A moment of silence. I'd also like to give a moment of silence to Christina Grimmie, the rising pop star who was sadly shot to death at the Orlando Plaza while signing autographs by a Psycho fan. I don't remember his name right now, but apparently after Grimmie's brother tackled him, he was fatally shot himself. He committed suicide. Grimmie later succumbed to injuries at the hospital. A moment of silence for both of them today. And another moment of silence. And another moment of silence for the 50 victims and their families of the infamous Orlando Plaza shooting, the worst U.S. terrorist attack, the mass shooting attack since 9/11, 2001. Apparently a man, Omar Martin, went into a nightclub, the Pulse, very famous at the Orlando area, and shot and killed 50 people. We'd like to give remembrance to those victims. And now on to our main story. In the wake of all the events, there is something we at RHN are looking forward to. It's the Museum Mile. You see, the Museum Mile is an event that's taken place for quite a few years now, an event in which thousands of people gather in Washington Square on Fifth Avenue to see Washington Square, yes, on Fifth Avenue, the Museum Mile, to explore the history of the area and get free admission to lots of museums, having to pay the ridiculous fees. Also, it's a great time for children to learn, so we're going to be visiting a lot of museums today, definitely. And afterwards, we're hoping to snag an interview with the operators of this wonderful event, because we're going to ask them what they think the future of the Museum Mile is. Feel free to comment and any comments or concerns after the program, and I'll see you at the end. Thank you. Hey guys, thank you, Reno, and that was an amazing sentimental piece. Alright, we had just gotten on at Beverly Road Station, heading northbound on a 5 train right now, and right now we're at Winthrop Street. right now we're going to the Museum Mile in Manhattan. You see, the Museum Mile is an event that's been held every year for, I don't know, 30 years? That celebrates not only the people of Fifth Avenue, but the museums of its iconic streets. It's a fair where people from all over New York State, not just the city, but all over the state, come down to get free admission to the museums, and they're basically a learning fest. And hopefully we'll be able to snag an interview with the leaders, the ringleaders of this entire operation, and get an interview about the future of the Museum Mile. I'm really excited. It always gets a little bit more crowded as far as you go. This is the crowd at Franklin Avenue. Not too bad. And a little bit more crowded at Atlantic Avenue, but the biggest terminal in Brooklyn. Hey guys, well, we're finally here in Upper East Side of Manhattan. It is been pretty crowded here, but so far I'm pretty sure the Museum Mile is that way. I'm really excited for this event, so let's get Finally, we made it. Wow, I'm so excited to be here. Look at this crisp Manhattan air. This is the first time I actually walked in the middle of Fifth Avenue. Wow. I think these things look so different without
Perfect time. Here we go. Okay. Hi. It's showtime.
Let's see what's happening here.
Test. Hello. Is this thing on? Can everyone hear me okay? Good. Come short, come tall. Come see me, the amazing Magic Brian. Perform feats of daring and danger so amazing, you will leave the show asking yourselves, how does he do it? Why does he do it? See things you've never seen before, 100% live, 100% real. Get ready, ladies and gentlemen, because it is showtime! Hooray! Oh, fantastic. Thank you. That's good. That's a good sign. Sometimes it's me clapping for myself.
Let's move on to a new museum. This is an amazing stunt person right here. What? Nice job! That was amazing! This is the Guggenheim Museum, the Solomon Guggenheim, a very historic structure and building. Beautiful indeed. Alright guys, just walking into the crowning jewel of the museum. This is the CooperHewitt Museum at 91st Street and 5th Avenue. You see, this museum is actually very historic. It's famous for design and art institutes. Some of the best fashion designers on the planet studied and worked here, and some of their unique displays are shown off. And we see some of them, like this one. Excuse me. Yeah. It says here. Picture. Take a picture. As you can see here, Guido Palau creates fantastic hairstyles inspired by history, art, music, and street style. He interprets and distorts these stylistic sources, yielding designs and that challenge accepted norms of beauty. Palau mixes andrography with ambiguity and contrasts historicism with futurism. Amazing indeed. Amazing artwork indeed. Okay. Apparently, the stages of making burgers by Takaka. Let's see. Step 1. A glass blower takes the first gathering of molten glass from the glass furnace to the blowing pipe. The glass bubble is filled with air by blowing through the hollow blowing pipe. And step 2. Opal glass is gathered on top of the first gathering glass. Step 3. Colored glass is gathered on top of the opal glass layer. Step 4. A black molten glass drop is attached to the glass bubble. It's turned around quickly in order to pull the glass to a thin thread around the glass form. 5. The glass form is shaped with molds and metal or wooden tools to the desired shape and then released from the blowing pipe. 6. The head of the bird is made by adding a molten glass drop to the body of the bird. And finally, 7. The peak of the bird is made as the final stage of working in the hot studio. See, this is a very complicated art process, but when it comes down to it, there are only 7 simple steps. Rolling down a staircase, a beautiful one at that.
I can't reveal. These chairs, wow, they're amazing. You know it.
Excuse me.
En las honduras oscuras del arroyo era yo, el lucero en el fondo. Fue una plácida estudia el saber que allí se quedaba, Hay que aguantarse cuando todo se va a resbalar, todo se va a resbalar. Y no te echo la culpa, bien sabía yo que guardaba ella en su parte de ti. Pero te sacaste, te esforzaste, el corazón mío no puedo darte, el tuyo no se puede compartir. I can't say you let me down any less tonight, any less tonight. Let you down, I can't say you let me down any less tonight, any less tonight. Let you down.
what's your name?
My name is Solange Pratt.
Interesting. What's the band's name?
Wait, come here. Come to the mic.
Sure.
So that everybody can listen.
What's the band's name?
The band's name is Mariachi Floriente.
It's very interesting. Could you say the different instruments of the band?
Of course. Marilyn, you want to take that one? Sure. We're gonna start with the guitarrón, which is the bass guitar.
Whoa.
There's a little belly in the back. Punchback. That is for resonance purposes. Before the guitarón was born, they used to have the harp, but it was very hard to carry, as you may imagine. So they invented this instrument that was based on the lute. And has 6 strings and is played by octaves. Guitarrón. This is a guitar, Spanish guitar. Here's know that. And they start playing this and requinto de golpe, which is an older guitar. And in some mariachis they still play that, but it's a little bit obsolete. So in some of the mariachis don't play it anymore. And they just use the regular guitar. And we have the vihuela. Also a turtleback shaped for more resonance, and it carries harmony and rhythm. As you know, there's no percussion in the mariachi traditional groups. So this is one of the main instruments carrying the rhythm together with the viola or the guitar. Yeah. Also, we have the violin. The violin used to carry all the melodies and the mariachi tunes, and depending on the region of Mexico, type of music that we play requires more or less violin. And finally, we have the trumpet. The trumpet took over after the Spaniards came into Mexico, and they found out that it was a little bit louder than the violin. So sometimes it also takes the melody when there's no singer or when there's no violin. You can have either, or you can have either violin or you can have a trumpet to make some of the ornaments for the songs, the voices. Sometimes, I don't know why there's like this misconception that mariachi has maracas. It does not at all. Period. Yeah, you can applaud. It's true. So actually, the maracas, they come from Venezuela. If you ever see like maracas involved like in mariachis, either because we're playing a joropo, which would be a song like La Viquina, which was inspired on Venezuelan joropo. That's why, but we don't play maracas in the mariachi usually. And sometimes they also use percussion, or they can use other instruments, the piano, but it all depends on the arrangement and the artist who's going to interpret a certain song.
Very interesting. Now, how did the band form? How did you guys get together?
The founder of this group is not here today because she's in Washington at the White House. They did a performance this morning.
Wow,
yes,
very nice.
Thank you. And she's the daughter of a mariachi singer, and she formed this band 8 years ago together with the other vihuela player, Shay, and then the group just started growing. And there's a lot of us, as you can see. We can be 4, we can be 5, 7, 11, so, 18 sometimes. So, thank you very much. Hope this was helpful for you. One more question? Yeah.
Yes, well, how much practice did it take to sound so great?
It takes years, a lot. Years.
Do you have to go to a special school for it, or?
You could. There's plenty of them. There's one in Brooklyn.
Really?
The Mariachi Academy as well. There's one over here in Manhattan. There's another one in Queens. So you can do some research about it. Like if you look thoroughly on the internet, you can find very good mariachi schools here. People who come from different regions of Mexico and been doing this for centuries. So you can start at your age. Like there's 5-year-olds. Kids learn how to play the guitar, learn how to play the trumpet. It starts from generation to generation, but it does take time. Some of us did not start playing mariachi until a little bit later, so it's hours and hours of practice. Some people think that it's just funny and like having tequilas and it's all good, but no, it takes serious practice. So yeah, if you want to get into mariachi music, just go for it.
Well, thank you.
Thank you very much.
La Mariachi Floriente.
Yes, if you want to check us out online, unfortunately we didn't bring personal cards, but you know, many people ask for this. Just go online, Mariachi Flor de Toloache. We're on Facebook, Instagram, and all of that. If you can't remember the name, just Google, I guess, the museum and what performance was happening today. And MariachiNYC.com, that's our webpage.
You can book us from there.
Well,
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Gracias.
Good night.
Thanks. As I'm riding on the 5 train, home from the museum aisle, I'm remembering all the good times that I had here. I learned a lot, found a lot of new things, saw things that I didn't think were possible, and much, much more. The bands were great, but even though you didn't get any pizza, well, at least not yet, I'm still satisfied with this trip. It's wonderful what you can do when you read the bulletin boards. Because when I saw this, I knew it would be a great time. And you can go to the museum aisle too. It's held every June. I think it's continuing this weekend. So excuse me. So thank you for watching. My name is Neillan Baptiste, reporting for RHN Special Report. We'll see you next time. Alright, thank you. Well, thank you, Neillan Baptiste. That was a very good RHN Special Report. The museum aisle was great. Not only was there a mariachi band, a live one, in fact, there was also a hula hoop dancer and even a magic show, both of which you've seen in the earlier in the broadcast. Remember, you can leave any questions or comments, and if I can, I'll respond to as many as I can. Oh, yeah. But it just goes to show you, when you read the bulletin boards and signs around the community, you can really find a lot of cool events that not everybody is going to, because when you're observant, you get more out of life. That's what I always say. And I'd also like to make an announcement, before we get to what's coming up next time on RHN Special Report, I'd like to say 2 things. First of all, RHN Special Report, within this month, is going to get its own page on Google+. It's going to go into the collection, so all I need to do is search up the Reno Horton Network on Google+, or just use the link provided on our channel homepage, and then find the RHN Special Report collection. We'll have all the videos there. And I'd also like to give out our condolences to the Orlando families who are currently grieving right now, all the way down south in Florida, a state reeling from the attacks. And speaking of that, next time on RHN Special Report, we're going to go to a vigil for the Orlando victims in remembrance of this horrible, horrible attack. Well, I'm Reno Horton, reporting to you live from Honeydew Studios in Brooklyn, New York. We'll see you next time on RHN Special Report. And have a nice evening. And remember, we are Orlando.